Hello everyone, my name is Pixlriffs, welcome back to Pyre. You find us gazing at the star map to go to what is ostensibly the last star of our journey, Soliam the Golden Star, shining bright over the highest mountain in all the downside. Interact with this to determine the location of the next rite, and that looks like the book to me, so I wonder what's going on there. So now you see it for yourself. You're summoned to the north, where looms Mount Alodiel, and at the very top, the fall of Soliam. Interesting. You confirm the stars indicated this exactly. Volfred, sir, how did you know? Volfred smiles back in a bit. You sense his thoughts as though he's directing them at you.
I too can read, my boy.
He's got a voice. Oh gosh, and his voice is fairly close to what I was doing.
Forbidden though the words may be.
I had a feeling he was a reader, though. That's very interesting. He turns back to Hedwyn. Interesting. So when he's talking to everybody else, he's got a different, language going on. Your reader's skills, while rare, are not unique. But as I said, I'll let him do the job. I see that you have something special going here which benefits the plan. What plan? I thought this was about our freedom. Oh, fear not, my boy. It is indeed. Plenty of time to tell you all about it on the way. For now, however, you look like you can use some rest. And for that matter, so can I, if you'll excuse me. You sense your companions are exhausted from their recent travels. Probably best to take the night to recover. Yeah, I think so. Do we have anything to do in the wagon? It doesn't look like it for the moment. I don't think Sandalwood has really, brought anything with him. I guess he's kind of brought the wagon, if anything. So, there we go. We will continue our journey. Freedom beckons, as always. At dawn, Volfred is already up. He reveals to you a pathway through the woods into the cold lands to the north, beyond which lies your next destination. Well, at least we got this guy navigating for us now, because he seems to know the most about this world. To the Sklorian shore. And this is another chance for us to use the boat wagon. I have a feeling it is. Although hopefully we don't hit an iceberg. You get clear of the woods at last and arrive in the lands grown cold in the shadow of Mount Alodiel. You will have to make it all the way to the top. In a moment of respite, Volfred calls everyone together to discuss matters pertaining to the rites and the plan to which he alluded. You banded together with a common faith that freedom from the downside is not impossible, am I correct? But let me ask you something. What does freedom even mean to you? He looks in your direction as he asks, defying you to answer. You cannot sense his own thoughts on the subject and know only the truth of how you feel. What does freedom mean to you? Achieving inner peace, having no master, going where you please, to feel true love, living without fear, nothing at all, remain silent. Freedom means not being forced into responding to such questions. Make decisions on your own terms, going where you please, having no master. I feel like being able to go wherever is kind of what people want, but doing what you want, a clear conscience and a carefree heart. This is difficult and interesting. This feels like one of those BuzzFeed questionnaire, surveys or something. Let's go with going where you please. You tell Volfred that freedom means having the ability and means to go where you please, when you please, the opposite of being cast into exile and forced to chase the stars. He considers your remarks for a short while. Borders and boundaries exist not to limit freedoms, but to protect them, though perhaps this is debatable. Admittedly, we are not very free here in our exile, where the elements, if not the stars, conspire to prevent us from going where we please. Yet if following the stars should lead us to an even greater freedom, I should like to think we're making a worthwhile trade. He then turns his attention to the whole group. Now let me tell you all what freedom means to me. Freedom means to live life without fear, to be able to indulge one's curiosities and passions, at least the ones that cause no harm to others, without the constant threat of judgment and reprisal. Freedom means not being made a criminal for what you know, or whom you love, or what you choose to think or not think. He looks out towards the distant mountains. Within the next few days, your time in exile could come to an end. You could see the Commonwealth once more, and you would be exalted there, given the highest honor, the opposite of how you got here. But you would not be truly free, I think. At the least, you would become complicit to an ancient system that would deign to cast down others such as you. It is a system whose well-intentioned founding principles have long been lost, and the 8 scribes, if they are out there still, have made quite clear they shall not intervene first-hand. That is where you come in. He turns to you and everyone again, looking to each of you. Long have I wished to gather such a group, that together you might see that seeking freedom only for yourselves is too modest of a goal. You share a higher calling now. The plan then is this. We free each other from the downside through the rites, then we meet up on the other side. We organize. Each new moon at dusk we join together at the Spiral Sanctum, burned down remains of the old capital of the Commonwealth. We need as many of us there as possible. My agents on the other side shall explain the rest. You're plotting a revolt? Just so. I'm asking a lot. You do have other options. Deceit, however, is not one of them. The reader and myself, you know by now that we can see through it. But you need not be a part of this, nor is it in my interest to coerce you. You may go your own way if you wish. Live out your remaining days here like so many others. So if anyone among you prefers that, if you cannot see yourself continuing to strive together in the Commonwealth, as you are doing here, then speak now. Volfred pauses for a time, examining each member of the group. No one stirs. Unsurprising. Very good. Some of you consider yourselves friends, some others not, but all of you are bound together through the rites and are integral to our plan. Remember that. You seek true freedom, you will not find it waiting for you in the Commonwealth, but together you can bring it about, both for yourselves and others. That is my promise. Then he lets out a long breath. That's it. I ask all of you to think on this, and let's reconvene along our journey to the summit. Volfred turns toward the mountains, leaving you to consider what he said and plot the wagon's northward path. Interesting. So I guess the Myr Pass is it, the only way to reach the base of Mount Alodiel. So I wonder if we do this 8th rite and then we just end up in the upper world. If this is the downside, then what is the upside? Interesting. Beyond lies Mount Alodiel. I suggest we make camp here at the base of the mountain, for we shall need our spirits and our strength to make the ascent. Discuss the plan, and the Beyond a Crystal seeks Hedwyn. Fantastic. Let's have a quick chat with Sandalwood first. There you are, my boy. There was something which I wanted to discuss with you in private. Volfred stares at you rather intently as if reaching out to you, and then... You do know what it means to be a reader. Those such as we are not limited to reading pages from a book. Though your ability in this I sense is nascent still, mere flashes, uncontrollable. I see as well now that they haven't told you yet, your friends. And that explains a lot. They haven't told you readers such as you cannot go free. I had wondered why you would insist on pressing onward with this group in light of this. The answer then was plain. You simply did not know, or fully realize. They did not deceive you, by the way. There is no reason they would know themselves, other than Tarek, who shall not influence your thinking in such matters. Rather, I had expected when at first we met you already knew the truth of this from having read the passage in the Book of Rites, which states it plain, only those who conduct the rites firsthand shall walk the path toward enlightenment and become eligible to regain their freedom. Perhaps you have not gotten to that part just yet. Well, it's revealing it to me page by page. What can I do? Volfred breaks free from you and looks at you again, then he speaks to you as normal. It is plain that you are not in adequate condition to conduct the rites, and this group values you as reader. I wish only to ensure you understand what you're getting into here. Despite whatever hopes and dreams and promises might have been shared, I do not think the rites can help you to return, if that is what you had in mind. So once again, I invite you to depart, and I will see to it that you are compensated. Do not misunderstand. If it is your wish to remain, then you are welcome, but this journey we are on, it has no guarantees. Not for you, nor any one of us. Do you understand? If Volfred really wishes to know your thoughts on the subject, he knows where to find them. So you understand, or you do not care. Perhaps there is a way. I'm going to say nothing this time around. I think I understand completely there, my boy. As long as you too understand. I do not wish for you to undertake this journey on false pretenses. It is that simple. Know that we have much at stake here in this anyway. Much more than just a shot at going back into that Commonwealth which cast us down here to begin with. It sounds like you intend to stick around. Then we'll have lots more time to chat as we ascend the sacred mountain in the coming days. Until then... He strides out of the wagon then, leaving you with your thoughts. So, we can't go free. I kind of figured that as it went, but... maybe there's more to it than that. There's probably more to it than that. What brings you to me this time, my dear reader? Sandra, apparently Hedwyn's got some business to attend to. Very well. Let us consider who among these idiots is worth my limitless time. It's the head, the Hedwyn himself. You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Hedwyn. Oh, you must mean that nomad boy. So innocent, that one. I should have a lot of work to do with him. Then let us bring him forth. Soon Hedwyn appears in heed of the summons. Hey, my friend, what's going on? and get in the ball. Let's train. Exciting times. I'm glad these Scribe trials are coming up more regularly now, because after that one with Rookie, I expected them to be more accessible, and they're just every so often, whenever Sandra feels like it. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, boy. You answer to me here. Understood? You are a fool. Do not talk back to me. Your reliance on your friends is such a burden upon them. Let us see what you can do without their aid. Save for that of your lovely reader there. Well, who have we got? Oh, okay, we got Hedwyn versus a full team. Heck yes. Let's do this. Let's show them what we're made of. Hang back, regain stamina, run straight into the cast. Oh well. How about we cast against you? No bounty here. Oh, I guess not. That's the concern. Yeah, this ain't too good. So I guess we're going to have to play very tactically here. Like so. Dang it. Okay. Come on back, Hedwyn. Alright, we're banishing them one by one. No! Oh, that was a close one. No! Dang it! What am I supposed to learn from this? How about running from the little guy? No, 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 no. And jump. Yes, okay, we managed it. Good times. So there's slightly less energy on their Pyre, so maybe we can make it this time, but when there's 3 of them, so much more difficult. And I'm running myself out of stamina really quickly. If only I'd equipped a better talisman, but I reckon we can make it. I reckon we can make it. As long as their fast guy isn't in, we seem to have a better chance. Yeah, we can walk it in just about. Oh, that's so close, though. Alright, alright, alright. Let's do this. Cast the aura first and, yeah, take them out of the picture. Okay, okay. I really need something that recovers my stamina faster, though. Oh, dang it. Banished by the big guy. Oh, well. Get wrecked. Cast the aura. Get it out there. Oh, I keep just running into it. That sucks so bad. Alright, alright, alright. Let's... There we go, there we go. Let's play it tactically now. Ouch. Ouch, I didn't even banish them. Oh, well. Let's run it into you. Oh, dang. They just managed to curve it around me. Okay, okay, here we go, here we go. Let's play ball. Okay, okay, take it easy. Don't use up the stamina. Use the obstacles in your way. Jump for it and dunk. Yes, yes. Oh, so good. Okay. Oh, just about. That was tricky, guys. Tricky. Okay, okay, okay. What has Sandra got to say? We did it! It seems you did indeed, boy. Your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and your lovely reader. Now, farewell. And now, rewards, please. I want myself an accessory right here. And yeah, maybe we need to ditch that thing that gives us all the coins. Something tells me that's not the best accessory for Hedwyn to have. Good to be back after all that. Say, what's that you have there? Goals Bracer. Hedwyn powercasts his aura for greater ease and gains infinite stamina on hit for 2 seconds. That sounds amazing. Let's equip that, shall we? Yeah, get rid of this contract thing. I wonder who banishes stuff more than Hedwyn. Maybe Jodie, but then Jodie's got the Mooncrest thing because she gets to come back sooner. I don't know. Maybe Faye doesn't need the quickness. Maybe Faye can have the contract instead. Maybe. Let's see. Let's give that a try for now. Anyway, don't need to worry too much about that just yet. Let us discuss the plan. Earlier, Volfred called for a group meeting, presumably to reveal his plan in more detail. Instead, he reveals some bad news. Wait, what are you saying? What I'm saying, my boy, is that while indeed you can get yourself out of here, it can't be all of you at once. We earn our way back one by one, or not at all. But I swore that we'd go free together. We may go free together yet, but it's going to take time, and this is only the first phase. You, Hedwyn, and the others exchange glances. Let me make this plainer for you still. Here is how the coming days are going to unfold. First, we're going to ascend Mount Alodiel there to the north. You may not think this wagon's fit for it, though rest assured it's made the journey many times. Next, we'll pass through Scribe's Gate. The scribes themselves keep watch there. Only the worthy pass through here, as your reader could attest. If he did not merely skim that chapter, if I could read that chapter of the book, that would be nice. Afterwards, we'll reach the Fall of Soliam and meet our adversaries in the rites. They are to be the Tempers, led by the demon Ignarius. You'll know him when you see him. He probably looks a little bit like Jody. Both you and they shall choose someone from your respective ranks. Then once one of the triumvirates prevails, their somebody will be whisked home to the Commonwealth. Whisked home to the Commonwealth? Precisely. Once returned, our somebody is taken in and clothed and fully pardoned. The Commonwealth knows about all this? The same Commonwealth that says a sentence into exile is forever and freedom from the downside is impossible? Many of these details the scribes themselves wish to be kept secret. Former exiles and the leaders of the Commonwealth alike have good incentive to protect those secrets as well. So then that's it? We climb the mountain, someone goes back and everyone else stays? For most of those participating in the rites, yes, that's it. But I like your connotation, and indeed for us, that isn't it at all. If one of us returns, it shall just be a step along our path. However, let's let that sit for now. Gather your strength, we'll talk again on our way up. Little by little he reveals what on earth is going on here. We have time now for the vocations, and I think maybe let's mentor somebody or let's study. I think we should study. We haven't studied for the longest time. You excuse yourself from the others, go pore over the Book of Rites and its mysteries, especially seeing as Sandalwood keeps, like, mentioning that we haven't read enough of it yet. Focus on which aspects, teachings, and their wisdom. Let's rank up hope, because, yeah, I feel like we lost a lot of hope a while back. You concentrate on the substance of the words and teachings of the Book of Rites, as such as you understand them thus far. Inspiration comes to you in a flash. You gain the reader's influence. Spirit. Everyone gains +1 hope. Good. Good, I like it. And that would appear to be it for now. We just got to continue on to Mount Alodiel, which seems to be over here, although I can't really see it in the distance. But maybe, yeah, we'll just make our way up here slowly but surely. Oh, there it is. Okay. Right, Mount Alodiel. I have a feeling ascending this mountain is probably going to take more than one episode, so if there's a cut at any point, do not worry. We'll be back. Here before you lies Mount Alodiel, stretching far beyond your line of sight. Somewhere upon this mountain lies the only place from which you can escape the downside. Your companions gather round again before Volfred, who stands as tall as ever, whether from the cold air or the subject now at hand. You sense a tension in the air. Now then, you all have many questions, no? I've done a lot of talking, so go on, ask away. But there's only silence. Only one question stands out in your mind which you refrain from asking yet. If only one of you is to go free at first, who shall it be? Go on now, don't be shy. Who first? Questions. Why us? Why you indeed, madam. That I can explain. You've seen the sort you stand against as adversaries in the rites. What is it that they want, do you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course. They'll settle for it on the Commonwealth's own terms. They'll gain their freedom and some cushy new responsibilities. Perhaps then they'll have a hand in sending still more exiles here to join us. Think on it. The Commonwealth rose from the ashes of a fallen empire thanks to the efforts of the first exiles who escaped this place via the rites. It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those who live to redeem their transgressions. They have a certain wisdom, do they not? But as for you, I've been looking for a certain set of dispositions for a good length of time. All I needed was for somebody appropriate to show up and to listen. So I planted many little eyes and ears throughout this land, whispering hints of this, absurd as it may sound. Took someone with a certain faith and creativity to go for it. That someone proved to be Hedwyn over there. He was tasked with seeking 2 trustworthy allies, an old buried wagon, and a reader. He was invited to bring others for the ride, all different sorts, gather enough help, and he and his friends could be free. Long story, but you know much of the rest. So then why you? Because I've reason to believe that you're not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hand. The rites, as you have seen, are quite exclusive. You are imposters in this little party. You could be the ones to break it up. Now then, more questions. Your head is beginning to spin. You can excuse yourself or keep listening. I think this is important. Volfred's explanations are a lot to take in, though you feel compelled to absorb as much of what he is willing to tell you at this point. He prompts for further questions when Jodariel raises her voice again. Hold. You mistook my meaning. I understand your plan. Still, I wish to know why us? Why are we, among all others, chosen for this liberation rite? Ah, I see. Well, but that is simple, really, madam. You are chosen, you are qualified, I should say, because, as the expression goes, 'tis what the scribes ordain. Though in this case, the expression is quite literally true. When the 8 created the rites, each one of them anointed certain other exiles to participate on their behalf, exiles who showed some promise of redemption. The triumvirates they formed have stood the test of time, replenishing their numbers as their individuals moved on or passed on. You've met them today. The accusers, the withdrawn, and so on. The 8 scribes also formed a special group against which all the others would be judged. That group they called the Nightwings. So we're part of the 8 scribes, like, original group. You bear their books, wear their masks and raiments. You need but show up to the rites, you see. The others erstwhile jockey for position for a chance to take you on. Yeah, well, what if we don't? What if we don't show up? Then you would deny yourself a chance at freedom, and deny it also to your adversaries. Victory means nothing in a common right, then participation is all that matters? Not so, madam. Only the enlightened may regain their freedom. While failure can be an excellent teacher, the scribes do favour the victor. So we basically could have lost everything up to this point and we would still be here. That's interesting. So you see, those who do not conduct the rites or do not prevail in them sufficiently, they may find themselves barred from the liberation rites, but these are technicalities. The Nightwings disbanded years ago. Since then, no one has gone free. Really? Wow, okay. Yet still the other triumvirates pressed on, with fleeting hope that one day you'd be back. It's been a heavy price to pay in all of this. Now, if you'll excuse me, we'll talk again some other time. Crazy. So we're the team to beat, basically. Like, everybody has to beat us. Pamitha thinks go there. Faye believes the 8 scribes will bless whoever goes through here. We haven't been with Faye for a while. Let's head out towards the area Faye prefers. And we will see. We'll take the high road. The sublime beauty of Mount Alodiel, along with the thin air this high above the sea, has been enough to silence even the most talkative of your companions. However, Faye has been positively bursting with excitement. Isn't it wonderful? I think it really is, don't you? Tizo's like, it cold. You've been here before, Tizo, isn't that so? Why would you ever leave? I wouldn't leave, I stay. I think I'd stay. Unless maybe I got too cold or hungry or... Wait, is that... Something about her changes then. Wait, look, but Tizo, don't you see? Look, don't you see them there? He's like, what? You see nothing, but Faye almost rises off her feet as the imp looks on, astonished. Was that the scribes? It was. I know it was. They said something to me. They spoke to me. They said they told us we are welcome. That we're welcome here. Faye runs off to spread the word among all your companions. Strangely enough, her enthusiasm is infectious, and in spite of everything, your spirits rise. +2 hope. I can always use some more hope. So, where now? The Temple High Road. Hedwyn expressed a passing whim to see the view from here. So Gilman wishes to look upon the sacred waters. I think we'll go with Hedwyn. We've kind of known Hedwyn longer, I guess. So, let's make our way. You and Hedwyn walk in silence for some time as he conducts a customary survey of the area. Well, my friend, no sign of howlers, as Jody would say. No sign of anything at all. You sense something is troubling him. Oh, it's just... I've been giving lots of thought to everything that Volfred's told us. In another couple of days, one of us may be gone all of a sudden. Or, I don't mean to put it that way, one of us could go free. We earn our way back one by one, as he said. I want you to know something. The others and I, we talked it over, and when the time comes, we want you to decide. Decide who gets to go, if anyone. See, I told you from episode 1 we were going to have to pick somebody. Oh, this sucks. This all might be part of Volfred's plan, but we got here thanks to you, and even though I'm worried about us splitting up, I guess if Volfred has his way, all of us will meet up on the other side. And won't that be a day? Worst case, we keep failing in the rites and be stuck down here together just like this. The two of you walk on in silence for a time. When at last you return to the wagon, Hedwyn turns to you again. Thanks for the company. I think I'm better now. Hedwyn feels more prepared. Hope likewise for the best. Oh, he's earned a little bit of enlightenment. Nice. Okay, so we don't get to level him up quite yet, but there is more to do, I imagine. There is so much more to do. This really doesn't feel like it should be the end of the game just yet, so what do we have? You and your companions gather at Scribe's Gate, where the single narrow trail to the summit narrows even more and falls under an archway carved of stone. Come along now, everyone, and be prepared to speak your mind when you are called. Frankly, most of you still lack enlightenment, but we may pass together, much how we acted with a single heart and mind during the rites. Well then, lead onward, Tarek. Please, follow me. Removing his hat, the lone minstrel approaches the gate. You and all the others follow. When the last of your companions nears the arch, you notice someone standing high above who then appears before you, another minstrel. She eyes the lone minstrel first. Is that you, Tarek? It is. Greetings, Celeste. She watches over Scribe's Gate and seems to be connected to the lone minstrel and the rites. And how was your rest? Too long, Celeste. It seems your work has piled up in the meantime. You bring this many to the gate? Aye. Then let us make this quick. She gestures towards the rest of you. Now each of you in turn state who you are and what you seek, whilst crossing Scribe's gate. Do as she says, please, without questioning. Your fellow exiles exchange glances, but quickly comply. I'll start. They call me Hedwyn the Deserter. I've come here seeking freedom for myself and my companions. In my case, so I can return to be with the one whom I love. The woman bids him forward. The lone minstrel prompts Ruki to speak up next. I am regarded by the name of Ruki Greentail. I just want to get out of here, I guess, with my chums, preferably. Go see Mama back home. I am Captain Jodariel. I do not truly know as yet what I am seeking here. Oh, my name is Faye, and I'm here, I think, because the scribes have called to me. It must be them, because if not, then who? And Tizo is like, yep. Seeks to live up to the Nightwing's legacy and maybe see the Commonwealth someday. Sir Gilman of the Sea Dominion at your service. This knight is on a quest to find his honor. He, lost it at a certain point. Pamatha Thane. I'm only here because my sister's here. Then as Volfred steps forward, the one called Celeste raises her voice. You. I recognize you from the Nightwings of the past. You are not clad in the raiments any longer. I would know why. I had my chance already. The Nightwings that now stand before you, I travel with them as a pilgrim now. I see. Then state why you are here, as have the others. My name is Volfred Sandalwood. I seek liberty for each of us, so that one day we might all stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side, and bring our freedom to the people there. She waves him by. I guess she's like, yep. Then she turns for you. There's no one left to go. State who you are. Just a war orphan? An old farmhand? A crippled scholar? Who are we? I was not expecting this kind of question. Okay, just an old farmhand, just a war orphan. You do not know who you are. Try as you might, you cannot make out the details of what life was like in the Commonwealth. Gosh, this is so tough. Okay, we're an old farmhand, sure. You were no one of importance in the Commonwealth and sought to make a simple living while pursuing certain interests on the side. Those interests got you into trouble, and now here you are. The one called Celeste continues to examine you, expecting you to add to your response. What do you truly seek? You want to help your friends. You want true freedom. You want revenge. You want to see what happens. I think I want to help my friends. The companions who you've met here, who you've helped to survive the downside and define kinship, your priority is to ensure that they achieve their goals. That is all you wish for now. The woman regards you for a time and then nods once and waves all of you by. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome here. Go forth with glory. And Tarek, I, Celeste, be on your way as well. The lone minstrel bows his head and puts his hat back. He does not look back at her. And in we go.